Green Team Academy Podcast, Episode 58. Don't give up on transformative change. Hey, are you ready to make a positive impact for the planet? If so, then you're in the right place. My name is Joan Gregerson, and I am an eco-nut. Thanks for joining me today, and don't forget to head over to the greenteamacademy.com website to pick up plenty of other resources to help you on your way. And with that, let's get started. Hey Green Team, what's up? So nice to be hanging out with you again today. And today's podcast can be a little bit different. I know the more recent episodes have been interviews and such, but I just wanted to take a few minutes with you to share this message of don't give up on transformative change. And here's the deal. I've been thinking a lot about transformation lately, and it's just such a powerful concept. It's the most powerful concept, and it's been coming out when I was reading something about how to write a book, and the main thing that you want to do is talk about the transformation journey. And with marketing, you want to help people see that they can have a transformation. And in what we need to do in the environment, what we know needs to happen is that everything must change. There's a new report out from the United Nations. It was May 2019, and they were saying, we need transformative change, and that means a complete reorganization of the economy, new paradigms, new values. So everything must change. And what I want you to realize is that's actually a good thing. That to think about transformative change as the way that we're going to get there is a good thing. And I think what happens a lot is that we see that these smaller steps that we're trying to do, that we struggle, and a lot of times, I think the other thing is that the human paradigm, the organizational management, that kind of our project management kind of thinking, we think in very linear and incremental changes. So we think, okay, if we could increase our recycling rate by 10%, or if somebody's doing an investment, they think, if I could get 10% return on investment. And that's the frame of reference, is these incremental changes. But one of the most important, one of the best teaching experiences you can have is spending time in nature. And the reason is that nature is a master at transformative change. And so when what's the great thing about taking a hike on the same trail all year round? It's that every single time you go, it's different. And that's a big contrast. If you go into your office every day, it's the same. The building doesn't change. Everything gets designed to be the same all the time. But in nature embraces and demonstrates and is teaching us transformative change. So you see something happening like a forest fire that comes in and wipes out a whole area. Well, what's the next thing that happens is those pine cones are during that event. So when it gets so hot, those seeds get released, and then they then start up a brand new forest. And you see something like a caterpillar that's focused on eating leaves and getting more leaves and trying to find the best leaves. And that's kind of the mentality that we have a lot of times, is that caterpillar mentality, not realizing that we could become a butterfly if we stop focusing on these small things and are willing to make a big, huge change. And, something like in nature, a seed, a very small, unassuming seed, like an apple tree, if that gets into the ground and gets the water and the sunlight, the soil that it needs, then that single seed doesn't become one more seed, or it doesn't become a bigger seed. It completely transforms into a tree that is producing maybe 1,000 apples, maybe more a year. But it's leaving its seed self behind. And so what I want to convey is that transformative change is, although it can seem to us like it's impossible, but that is only because we're stuck in the human context of trying to maximize, our current situation, instead of opening ourselves up to this transformative change that needs to happen. And you can think back to the revolutions of the past and see how apartheid was overthrown, or slavery. So these kind of things that seem ubiquitous and insidious in our culture, like plastics, that we can look and see that this thing of being able to have this kind of revolution, have this major transformative change is not only possible, but that nature is there teaching us how to do it every single day. And I love also the quote by Dwight D. Eisenhower, where he said, if you can't solve a problem, enlarge it. And so that's my message today is, if you're getting disappointed with trying things with different people, then try enlarging it. Try going for something bigger, something different. If you've been working on reports, then try a big Earth Day festival with a bunch of partners and music and arts. Try something that is going to help people have a transformative experience themselves, so they start seeing themselves differently, and so that you start seeing yourself differently. So this transformation on the societal level requires us as individuals to change as well. And, it's like for me, I was an engineer sitting there doing my work. The things that I learned caused me to have to put myself out there, to make videos, to make podcasts, to say what my ideas are, and to see myself as an eco-leader. And that's the same kind of transformation that you are going to need to undergo yourself if you want to have that kind of impact in your community. And so with that, I want to invite you to check out my new masterclass, and I'll leave the link here, but it's the Eco Revolution Masterclass, and it's how to transform yourself and our world before it's too damn late, even if you're overwhelmed with grief and fear and on the verge of losing hope. All right, so that's it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out. Don't give up on transformative change. And remember, the time for action is now, because there is no planet B. See you soon. Well, that's it for another episode of the Green Team Academy podcast. Remember to check out all the resources to help you make a positive eco impact in your community at greenteamacademy.com. Thanks so much, and see you right back here soon.